Welcome back to the telecast. We're having a conversation between Rick Rodriguez, former 92nd District Court judge, running against incumbent District Attorney of Hidalgo County for many years, Rene Guerra. Now, you're telling me, you, the audience, that you're concerned about the fact that there's public corruption in the judge's office and the District Attorney's office. We've got Jim Solis in prison, former Texas State Representative from Harlingen, Texas. We have a former sitting district judge in jail and incarcerated at this particular point in time. So your reaction to what the man you're challenging has said about doesn't think he needs to have a public corruption office in the office?
Again, we don't want to go chasing around false accusations or something that just somebody said or whispered to someone's ear. What I'm saying is that after the years, we should have had, whether it's one prosecutor or two prosecutors, we should have the presence of a division where the public officials or anyone who is involved in public office understands and knows that there's a presence in the D's office where we're ready to investigate and go after public corruption.
Anybody and everybody.
Yes, sir. And taxpayers' money, I would agree with the citizens of this county that they are willing to spend that money to make sure that this corruption ends, because at the end of the day, those who are committing the corruption and breaking the law, these are individuals that are being paid by taxpayers. So again, I'm not saying that we have a division of 20 individuals, but after so many years, we should have already had a division to make the presence at the DA's office and for everyone to know that we were ready to go after any illegal activities or corruption.
You're talking about being headed with a chief who is inviolate, doesn't care about political connections and how it may affect him and or the office. He's going to go after anybody. He gets an allegation, he's going to go out there like a bulldog and get at it.
Of course, you know, I agree that there has to be proper allegations, sworn complaint. We have to follow the law and make sure that we're not chasing false accusations around. But again, my idea is that you have the presence of this division in the DA's office where we're ready to investigate solid, good corruption cases.
Ron, let me say something, and I'm sorry to interrupt. I already have a division. People don't realize it, and I don't call it a division. It's called the grand jury section. I have former Judge Murray Moore, Paul Tarlow, Kelly McCormick, and any other lawyers necessary who have conducted investigations. We indicted the city commissioner from Metcouch. I didn't go as somebody to else to go investigate. We investigated when we heard the allegation. I sent a task force investigator to do so, and they went up with an indictment. Of course, he's presumed innocent until proven guilty, but we already have that.
Did you do that in Progresso and all the problems?
I went up to Progresso on some allegations of illegal voting where ballots were being mailed to a vacant lot in San Antonio. We've done that over the years.
How about the school district in Progresso, the municipality of Progresso? And
those complaints never came to me and never surfaced, as far as I know, where you could adequately go do an investigation. Now, the reason the federal government's involved in a lot of these, the FBI is particularly, they have accountants, they have access to banking accounts, they have access to a lot of transactions that a state district attorney or a state law enforcement does not have.
You're saying that's the proper venue, not the district attorney?
Well, it could be both, but see, I have to go on a sworn, like a sworn affidavit that says ex-president board member went to Las Vegas and he got given $10,000 cash money to go spend over there, and it was given by a particular company. We could do that. We could investigate that. The grand jury can bring people. The grand jury can do these special investigations, which is really more powerful than an investigator. The investigator facilitates the gathering of evidence for a grand jury to conduct its work. Now, if the work is incomplete at the law enforcement agency level, where they hit a wall, then the grand jury comes in, and the grand jury can subpoena people through my power and the foreman's power and bring people before it and compel them to testify. And we have done that before. And if they don't testify, then we file a motion with the district court and we send them to the county jail until the end of the term of the grand jury, until they decide to cooperate. Now, these are burdensome, very, they're costly investigations. We just don't have the resources. And the taxpayers are not going to raise taxes, because a lot of taxpayers are disillusioned that a lot of taxpayers' monies are being wasted. What happened in Precinct 1 in Whitlock area, where former commissioner, my opponent's supporter, Sylvia Handy, cost us $500,000 in damages. And all I could get out of a court was 7 years probation, even though I wanted to send her to prison.
Actually, she was also Mr. Guerra's campaign worker as well, not just.
Sylvia Handy.
Yeah, I mean, she chooses to help who she wants.